We're live right here in Southern California at our flagship station, KHTS 1220 AM, live, ladies and gentlemen. Today, look, the first half an hour may be a little boring. We're going to talk about hamburgers. We're going to talk about McDonald's.
It's only going to be boring because of you, though.
Well, I'm giving a disclaimer to our audience, Brien Johnson, on the show. AskBrien.com and the fabulous, smart, witty, clever, intuitive. What else can I do, Lindsay McCoy? We're going to get you involved today because you're so much more interesting and provocative and
definitely provocative.
Yeah. So let's get into the show. AskBrien.com. It's if you're online and listening, and great. I hope you are because it's hometownstation.com. Great online. A lot of stations don't stream online live. We do here at KHTS. Also, we have a great app. Go to the App Store, and you can listen to us while you're walking in the mall. That's what you should be doing. Walk 4 or 5 miles in the mall. It's safe. It's cool. And listen to our show every Thursday at 2. Maybe on more days of the week. You never know. So ask Brien. Brien Johnson's with us today. He's a very prominent attorney. So if you have an attorney question, I'll knock down the fees for you if you want to call in. 298, what is it? 298 something. 298. I don't know. We'll give out the number in a little while.
Yeah, well, for you it would be $1,000. Everyone else would be $200.
I know that. 298 something. What's the number? 298. What is it for? 298. 298 what?
You need a sign or something?
298-5487.
298.
Let him do it.
That's the fabulous Justin Goldilocks. Interesting last name, Goldilocks. But it is what it is.
Does he know the Three Bears?
No, don't tease him about his last name. He gets teased enough about it. But he is my favorite producer, Mr. Goldilocks. All right, so welcome back to AskBrien.com. In the 661 area code, it's 298-5487, right, Goldilocks? 298-5487. All right, if you have a legal question, I'll try to answer it first, and then we'll get the real attorney on.
Boy, we're in trouble now.
298-5487. Or you can call up about anything, including hamburgers. So let me get right into this article in USA Today. Let me start with Lindsay. You're going to get a McDonald's out of a vending machine? First of all, don't you go to McDonald's because you're getting food that's made fresh,
That's correct.
I don't think she goes to McDonald's.
No, she doesn't.
I don't go to fast food restaurants, but today, the first time in 1 year, I visited Taco Bell for lunch. So that is a big
Is that a plug for Taco Bell?
I love Taco Bell.
Are they one of our advertisers?
Not yet, but in Southern California, they're all over the place, and I have to sneak in there because my wife knows she's not listening to the show. But that dollar taco, wow!
Oh, it's great. I get the Mexican pizza with the 2 tacos.
Oh, girl, come on, stop it! All right, so McDonald's listened to their customers who asked for different ways to enjoy the one-of-a-kind Big Mac taste at the size that best fits their appetite. The restaurant chain said in a statement. Really? You're going to get a ham? I got to take a deep breath. How is that fresh? I don't understand. I thought if you leave meat out for more than 10 minutes, bacteria grows.
Well, first of all, you are correct about that issue, but I don't think you remember, and actually you're older, so I think you would have remembered, but, there's plenty of vending machines that they used to have at the factories, plenty of vending machines they had at the airport. All those machines, you could go in there and you could buy any type of product, hamburger, hot dog, whatever. They have refrigeration systems, they have microwaves. There are ways that can be done.
Really? What airport are you going to where you can buy all this stuff? You can still buy Cheetos and stuff and candy.
There are actually more sophisticated vending machines out there. Very, very complicated vending machines. You can get almost any product you want on a vending machine.
Okay, there's a hidden agenda here. So can I get Lindsay back with us, please?
Well, of course.
So
we want the most beautiful person to be answering the question.
Well, maybe that's me. Hey, we're live on Facebook. Hello, everybody. All right, so Lindsay McCoy. So you're a female. To me, there's a hidden agenda here.
Well,
yes,
Ron,
agree.
Ron, I think the whole idea is horrible. I'm more for quality instead of quantity, and I think that convenience is, of course, important, which is why Whole Foods was created. And now you can go into Whole Foods and get food on the go. You can get your healthy salad. You can get a piece of fish and have them grill it up for you. So I prefer the healthy method. I think what is this world coming to when McDonald's comes out with a hamburger that comes out of a vending machine? So.
I think both of you are missing the major point here. The first point you made, Ron, if you read that article, was the customers wanted that. McDonald's customers asked for that. So isn't it always get the
Fake
customer what they
news,
want?
fake news. I mean, do you believe everything?
reading it.
Yeah, but I don't trust anything I read anymore, and I don't trust anything I hear, including our show. So listen to our show with a
Well, especially what you say.
well, especially what I say. Listen with my radio voice. Listen to our show with a very critical ear. Thank you. The
Yeah,
show's
rather
called AskBrien.com, BRIEN. Really cool website. The site's getting better. And a cheap plug for the 2:30 segment, because if you own a business or you're thinking about starting a business, SEO, which stands for?
Search engine optimization.
We're going to have an expert on. All right, back to this. I think there's a hidden agenda. You don't think there is? In
Regarding
this-
what?
McDonald's and the ATM, buying a hamburger out of an ATM?
Not at all. I mean, what I'm trying to explain to you is it's been done for years.
No, man, I don't think so. I've not seen it. Okay, so here's what I think the hidden agenda is. Let's get rid of employees. Let's have mechanical machines serve you. You can now pay with a mechanical machine, which doesn't say thank you or anything.
How do you know what
I
it
mean,
says?
it's a cold, cruel
Maybe it
world
says
out
thank you.
It's a cold, cruel world out there. What world do you live in? Lindsay and I live in the same world.
I don't know
Whole
where that
Foods.
world is, but if you go to the robotics conventions, they have robots that are going to become waiters and waitresses.
Okay, exactly. So where are we going? Where are starter jobs? Where are people coming out of high school who don't want to go to college, but they want to experiment with working? How about kids that are in college that need part-time jobs? Where, Mr. Brian Johnson of AskBrien, BRIEN.com, where are these kids going to get a job?
Well, first of all, there's still plenty of jobs out there. And when I was a kid, I did lawnmower. Okay, so you can actually do gardening, lawnmower.
When was the last time you saw a teenager anywhere in any neighborhood in California cutting lawn? Just identify one human being. Go.
I don't know the person's name, but I saw it in
Oh,
West LA.
stop it. You've not seen it. Come on. You're making
Besides
up
which,
stories.
you don't even understand. Okay, hold on. I know a person who's 5 years old. 5 years old. He has an internet site, and he brought in $30,000 in the first 6 months
That I
selling
believe.
junkets. Okay,
Okay,
so you can make a lot of money as a teenager nowadays.
And I would love to just do a whole hour. Why don't we do a whole hour on the internet one of these days? Because I love what you just said. You can sit in your underwear at home making a lot of money.
You don't even need that.
I have clients that do it. That make
Exactly.
like your 5-year-old client. All right, back to where are these jobs?
Well, he's not my client. I have to go to the parents because of the contract law says you have to be 18.
to what, work?
No, in order to enter into an agreement, you have to be 18 years of age. That's the law.
No. And you would know because you're an attorney,
So I
very
have the agreement with the
successful
parents.
attorney, a smart attorney too. All right, so back to the question: where are these jobs? Don't give me the lawnmower job. I think that's fake news and a fake answer. Give me a real answer. Where are the real jobs coming from, and where are they? What are they going to look like?
Well, I think actually we already just stated that, and that is the internet, okay? It's not just that you have to start up your own business, okay? There are plenty of businesses out there, they need people, okay? And they can go to a person who's 12 years old, 14 years old, can you write an article for me? Can you do a posting on social media? I mean, that's not a very complicated job. You can be 14 years old and do a post to Facebook, okay? And there are companies out there that need people to do that. You can take a blog post and share it with other people. There are companies out there that are actually doing that. So, the fact of the matter is, maybe one automation may take part of one, and then guess what? The internet and other areas come in and replace that job, and there's something else. So you may not be the waiter. Maybe you'll be the person who's doing blog posts to Instagram.
We're live on Facebook, and I'll sit up. I don't like the way when I lean back, Lindsay. So do you think, Brian Johnson, the show's called AskBrien.com here at KHTS 1220 AM, right here in Southern California. It's our flagship station. Yeah, exactly. Flagship station, heard all over the country. Yeah. Flagship with SHIP station. All right. So
It
don't
almost
you...
sounds like Starship.
I know. Don't you think? You don't think there's a hidden? You're smarter than this attorney sitting between us. You and I kind of agree that there's a hidden agenda here, don't you?
Oh, well, I think there's no doubt that a lot of companies are trying to get rid of the employees, and a lot of the jobs out there now, we need people who are able to qualify for these jobs, and there's a lack of it.
Bingo. Qualified. Right. Yeah. Qualified. And what does that mean? Qualified.
If you look in the newspaper, we have the highest employment rate currently.
Well, and where do you get your news from? Huh? No more fake
the Wall
news
Street
reporting.
Journal.
How about all the people that have given up looking for a job? How about all the people that don't? This information.
The people that are giving up the jobs don't
Do you
know the
know?
internet.
I actually know how the employment statistics are.
Calculated?
Yeah. Do you know? I'm going to tell you.
It should be the labor board.
I'll tell you how. You're supposed to be the
Yeah,
expert.
they call
on
up people.
AskBrien.
They call up
Thank
people.
you. You're right. You do know. So they call 2,500 people every month
It's a
at
survey.
random. And, I mean, calling. Have you ever taken a survey at home? I mean, are you?
I'm not home. I'm working.
Oh my God, Lindsay McCoy. The show's called AskBrien.com.
Which is excuse me.
We don't take those calls, and if I did take those calls, I don't know what I would say.
And that's right. And because the only people that are answering those calls are people that are not working, the fact of the matter is that all the people that are working are not getting those calls. So you're asking what? You're going to have a higher percentage that way.
What'd you have for lunch today? Because I don't think you're right. I think something's the matter with you.
Well,
What did
I
you
wouldn't
have?
challenge me.
Okay, I'm not. All right, so we're on KHTS AM 1220 every Thursday at 2. It's kind of a fun show. We want it to be entertaining for you. We want to try to get some real news out there, or at least real information. Brian happens to be a very successful attorney in Century City, and you, Lindsay, are a very successful realtor in Los Angeles, and you sell big homes, right, to people with lots of money.
Big homes,
Lots
exactly.
of money. So people who make lots of money, what do they do? I mean, not everybody's a doctor, lawyer, and Indian chief like Brian Johnson. What are most people making their money today?
Well, first those people hire Peter, my friend, who's also an attorney.
Why do you call him Peter when his name is Brian Johnson? Huh? You must have a fascination with the name Peter for some reason.
I do. It's a little inside joke.
Oh, got
Yeah, there's
it.
more than one.
Oh, that's your nickname for him, Peter. Got it. All right, family show here. So,
Not for long.
big time earners. Is there like one category? I would say would internet. Are people making a lot of money on the internet?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Venice Beach real estate jumped up just from the Silicon Valley beach people coming over here into LA.
And I'm a business coach, and I actually teach.
Well, you're making a ton of money.
Well, I'm teaching somebody today, right when the show's over, a young person, 25 years old, wants me to teach them how to make money on the internet. That's what I do. I'm a business coach.
One of the areas you didn't mention was entertainment. I would think, being in Los Angeles, that the entertainment industry would be
It is in Santa Clarita, not where you live, but in Santa Clarita, we're a huge entertainment. We have studios out here galore. Galore.
I would just think that would be a group of people also that would be high income.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, everybody makes big six figures in that industry. Grips everybody.
Well, what do you make? 9 figures?
I can't say. I cannot say. The only thing I do want to say is I love the IRS and I respect the IRS. That's one thing I do want to say. How about you, Brian Johnson? Do
I have contacts over there. I can speak to them.
Yeah, I'll drop a dime on you too. you get 10%, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah. All right, so the show is called Ask Brien, BRIEN.com. So I've not asked you this question, but I'm so curious. Why did you start this site? I mean, you're very successful, and you want to why? Why AskBrien.com, BRIEN? Why?
I wanted to make $1 billion. No, the real answer is
That is the truth, isn't it?
no. The real answer is I love to educate people.
And you're not supposed to laugh on the radio because the listener
laughing
doesn't want to hear inside jokes or inside stories.
I was laughing at you.
They don't want to hear that, and they like me. Go ahead.
Well, we'll have to do a survey.
Why ask Brian? Yeah, let's do a survey. Why AskBrien.com?
So we found that there are
Get my
many
daughters to call in. All right, go.
There are many business owners out there, and they have problems. They have questions. They don't know where to go. They don't have, they can call their friend, but they don't want the friend to have the specific, hey, David, I'm going to call him up and tell him about my personal situation. I got a problem at the office. No, that's personal. I don't want my friends to know what's going on in my life. That's one issue. Two is, coaches are expensive, and not everybody can afford a coach, especially a coach like you, And the reality is...
And I don't want everybody to afford me. I only want people who have lots of money, the people that Lindsay deals with, to afford me.
Well, I think she should start referring you for her
She
clients.
will, trust me, she will. Go ahead.
The other thing is, we are basically a knowledge-based resource for people. So if you have a business question, if you have a business answer, or maybe you want to just go online and check out a business question that you have, you don't have to necessarily ask that question. You can go through our database and find out all the questions that have been asked about that issue. Basically, we're your encyclopedia. Basically, for business questions and business problems, we only deal with businesses. We don't deal with consumers. We don't deal with eggplant parmesan recipes. We don't deal with, buying a TV on a consumer basis. We only deal with businesses, and we're trying to help businesses. Our goal, and the whole goal of the website, is to help businesses grow. That's what our goal is.
It's complicated today, too. We're talking to Brian Johnson of AskBrien, BRIEN, and the fabulous Lindsay McCoy. It's complicated today than it was in my generation. My generation, there wasn't 10,000 insurance guys or 10,000 of this. Today it's a global market. And if you want to buy something, you go online and you compare prices. And I see people, Lindsay, I don't know if they do it in LA, but I see people take their cameras and take pictures of stuff, and they're looking for these serial numbers. Have you seen people doing that?
I actually have that app. I never use it, but...
Yeah, I have it too. And I have not used it. I have the app. I don't use 90% of my apps, but
But you do use the AskBrien app, correct?
Absolutely, it's a beautiful app. Is it free? You ought to start charging for it.
Yes, it is free.
No, why don't you charge
Because our goal is to help people.
Okay, fine. I thought your goal was to make $1 billion. Think about it. If you charge $500 for the app and you only got 2 people, you could pay your rent this month.
You don't know what my rent is.
Well, all right, that's true. Lindsay McCoy, Brian Johnson, and the coach here. We're going to take a break here in a minute, but coming up here after the break, and let me get serious for a minute. SEO, search engine optimization, is so important. Getting people... back in the day, about 98, 99, I paid a SEO guy out of Denver, and we became very close friends. And for about 8 years, I was, when you Googled America's #1 motivational speaker, I came up.
That's great.
I made a lot of money because I spent money in investing in SEO. So if you're opening a lemonade stand or you have an existing business and you're wondering where the customers are, they're everywhere. They're out there, but they've got to find you. So you've got to do a better way of communicating. And I guess we're going to find out how to do that, right?
Well, we are going to find that out. And
Justin Herring is his name.
Justin Herring is his name, and SEO is his game. And he's does local SEO. So basically... search engine optimization, as we talked about, if you go to Google and you type in a word, and SEO is basically optimizing that word so that when you use the search engine, which Google, Yahoo, whatever, that to optimize it means it's going to come closer to the top of the page. And so what his goal is to take a keyword, and obviously the more keywords you have, the better off you are, because if you type in business question or business answer, whatever you're putting in, the more optimized keywords you have, the higher you're going to get in the search engine results, and the higher chances you have of converting customers, and that's the goal of search engine optimization.
Yeah, true story. If you call in the 661-298-5487, I will give you 4 Jersey Mike lunches. 4, not 2, not like the cheap Starbucks you were giving last week.
Let me get myself.
Yeah, 298-5487 for 4 Starbucks lunches. Not Starbucks, but Jersey Mike's. And will you throw up a Starbucks gift card?
I'll throw in a Starbucks.
All right, 298-5487, 298-5487, 298-5487, 661 area code for 4 Jersey Mike's and a Starbucks whatever. We'll be right back.